Hi there, my name is Marky Sparky and welcome to another how to build video here on my channel where we spark our creativity. Today I want to show you 5 very easy and simple tricks to improve your starter house from something like that to something like this. And let's head straight in. You have just started your Minecraft world and you, well, have built your very first house to sleep through the night and store your very first items. And well, you found yourself building something like this. Don't worry, we all have at some point. And if you want to improve this to look a bit nicer but you don't really know where to start, this video is right for you. I have broken down my thought process on building, well, Minecraft houses into 5 very easy and simple steps. And this is not supposed to be a block-by-block tutorial, this is more a guide on how to, well, build and think during the build process. I hope this helps you to improve your Minecraft builds without, well, copying what others do one by one. And we are not only looking at the outside of the build, we are also taking a look on the inside. And while this has everything that you need in the beginning of your Minecraft world, you have your crafting table, you have your furnaces, you have a lot of storage and obviously the bed to sleep in, this can be improved still. Okay, let's start. Step 1, shape. So here I haven't done a lot, I have just simply added another roof and another small bit to the house, and that already makes the whole thing a lot more interesting. And when talking about shape, basically anything that differs from the standard rectangle is an improvement. And when you change the shape of your building, be creative. This doesn't have to be a cross gable roof like I have done here. The additional part can be like a flat roof or a tilted roof, something like a shed that you would build onto your building. Also, variation is key. And one tip that I have, if you do this, make sure that the ridge of the roof here, of the additional roof, is on a different height than the one up there, and that improves the overall look quite tremendously. And if you work with simple stairs here as the roof, this is done very easily. So here the width of the main house is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks wide, and if you start here with your stairs, then you get, well, this roof shape obviously. And if you decrease the size of this additional part here, we only have 4 blocks, and you start with your stairs on the same level, then you automatically get a roof that isn't as high as the main roof. It's as simple as that, and it makes a huge difference. Step 2, contours. Okay, so what I have done here is basically add contours to everything. Basically everything. And we will first take a look at this one because this is the very simple one, and I want to make sure that you can do everything that I show you here within the first hours of the game, where you don't have a lot of variation in your resources. So everything is basically made from oak wood and cobblestone. If you are very lucky and you have a second wood type on your hand, you can also, well, do the variations here with, in this case, spruce wood. But for the sake of going as simple as possible, we will stick with the cobblestone option for now. Okay, so what have I done here? Well, first of all, I replaced the lowest line here of stairs with cobblestone, like right here. So this one. And I did this all around the building, and then I added an additional line of stairs here on the outside edge as compared to here. And underneath I used the upside down stairs to create this very nice shape. Here on top, just put one like that, and yeah, you round off the whole thing very, very nicely. And what this does is it gives your roof, well, a nice outline, and yeah, this makes it stand out more. Also, this creates the overhang here in front of the building and here on the side part. And yeah, this just makes it look more interesting and more realistic in a way. The next thing that I have done is I have raised the building by 1 block, and this is definitely optional, you don't have to do this. But I think this is a very nice thing because it not only adds another layer of well, a different block here on the bottom, and therefore like a texture and block variation, it also gives the building a very nice foundation, and well, on top of it you have the option to create a nice little porch area here later on. And finally, the last thing that I did is I added logs here on the corners of the building. Again, very simple, only oak logs, in this case the stripped variation. And yeah, this just lets the building appear way more structurally sound and solid. Step 3. Chimney. This is a very easy improvement, but it helps your building a lot. Because it adds a point of interest to your building, well, on the side where you don't have anything yet. Here on that side we added this additional part to change the shape of the building. That is nice, but on the other side, this is very bland and boring. But if you add the chimney there, not so boring anymore. How do you build the chimney? Well, first of all, placement. The placement is key here. So make sure that you offset it a bit to this part of the roof on the other side. If that would be here, that would look very weird. Symmetry is a good thing, but in this case, yeah, don't go for symmetry. Yeah, so how do you build it? Well, it's made out of cobblestone, again, very easy. Just go in one block from your outline blocks here. And yeah, replace the stair with cobblestone block and go up a few blocks just so that you reach over the roof line here. And down here, well, this is very easy. So all you have to do here is, well, continue down your line of cobblestone and then place 1, 2, 3 here and one on top. And then your cobblestone stairs on both sides and there on top. It's as easy as that. Very simple. On top here, well, we have a campfire. If you don't have that yet because it's too expensive, then, well, don't put it there. The chimney without it looks fine as well. But if you have it, put a campfire up there, surround it by trapdoors. And here again, if you have the luxury of having a different wood type already, spruce trapdoors look way better. If you don't have that, well, stick with the oak. And then, additionally, put one cobblestone wall piece here on top. And you have yourself a nice little chimney. And one pro tip is, well, the placement not only matters here on the outside, it also matters on the inside, because later on we will have furnaces right here and that fits to the whole thing and gives it more, well, purpose. So you don't have a chimney there only for looks, but also, well, it seems like you have the furnaces or fireplace inside where the chimney is, and it looks like it also has a function. Step 4. External details. So in this step we take care of, well, the surrounding of the building and some details that we put onto the building, like here, for example, this very nice porch here on the entrance. And yeah, how do you build this? Very simple. Since we have the cobblestone foundation, just extend your foundation out by 6 more blocks here. 1, 2, 3 and another 1, 2, 3 in front. And then some stair blocks here, just like that. Very easy. And on top, the porch is made from campfires and you place them down just like that. And then you extinguish them with a shovel. And you connect everything up by some oak fences here and done. The next thing that I recommend building is a little garden area, and that just breathes life into your building immediately. And you can use this little area here where, well, we already have the space. And that is just made for that. Yeah, so what you can put in here is a little bench using, using the campfires again and extinguishing them, and have the little trapdoor here. And now I have ruined the farmland, but well, we can just replace it, and there we have it again. And yeah, use path blocks. Path blocks are very nice and have a little fence gate here in the front. And what you can also do, which is a very nice thing, is just hide some water sources down there. So I have waterlogged oak slabs here and the campfire on top, and you don't even see that there is water there, but your farmland is irrigated just like that. And then obviously you can use a little bone meal all around the building just to add some grass here and there, and yeah, use some leaf blocks here as bushes around the building. Just here and there, don't do too much of it, but A little bit of green helps every building, and this is a very, very easy and simple way to improve basically anything. And the only thing that you need is 2 iron ingots to make some shears to harvest the leaves in the beginning. One thing that you probably notice is that there are still no windows in the building, but we will do that as part of the internal decorations, which is very weird to think about, but then you will understand why in a second. Step 5. Internal details. First of all, now there are windows, but we will definitely place them from inside, so let's take a step in. And well, you immediately see that this looks way different than what we had in the very simple thing over there. Again, you don't have to do this. You can have all your double chests in here to have way more storage than this here provides you. But apart from that, if you, well, want to have it decorated, this still provides you with the whole functionality that the other one had. You have your crafting table here, you have your furnaces, and you have your storage as well. So let's start with this. I already talked about this a little bit when we talked about the chimney. And yeah, I've done exactly what I told you. I've put the furnaces where we have the chimney on the outside, which is right there. So yeah, this just makes sense, and it is the very same shape that we used on the outside, if you remember. So here we had the 3 cobblestone blocks and the stairs around it. And yeah, we do the exact same thing in here. We have 3 furnaces and the stairs around it. Next thing is a very cozy and small sleeping area in this additional part of the house, this additional small little room that we have created. And if you wanted to, you could even put a door here and well, close this little room. But I decided not to do that here. Well, and we have our very simple bed, we have a trapdoor here, and yeah, a little barrel as a nightstand and a lantern on top. And well, if the lantern is too expensive for you because you don't have the iron yet, you can definitely put a torch here. A very nice placed torch is totally fine. As long as you don't torch spam your interior, you're totally fine. But for now, let's say you have the iron and you can use the lantern. If you have, do so, because that just looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Okay, next thing, a little sitting area right here, because why not? This just adds to your build. And it is very simply made of stairs, trapdoors here on the side, and, well, the table here, again, spruce trapdoors. If you don't have that yet, don't use it. It's totally fine to use something else. But yeah, I just love this. And for storage, I recommend use barrels. They just look a lot better if you, well, care for looks in your build, right? And what I've done here is just, well, place them all around and use trapdoors here as shelves to put the barrels on. Another thing that improves your interior a lot is having indoor plants. And well, early game, maybe you don't have clay yet, therefore you don't have flower pots, but you can still do something like that. And this is very simple. This is just simply a dirt block with a leaf block on top and 3 trapdoors here on the side. Voila! But well, here it is recommended to use the spruce trapdoors, because that, yeah, I don't know, you can see the dirt through, and I don't really like that. But, well, it also works if you prefer that. Another thing that helps with the overall look is work on the floor a bit. What I've done here is I've put cobblestone into the floor where we have the furnaces, just so that, well, the wood doesn't burn. Which it obviously doesn't, because it's Minecraft. But well, this just looks a bit more realistic, right? And then you can also put stripped logs here in the floor, just here and there, to break up the whole plank situation. And that just improves the overall look, doesn't it? And then, finally, windows. Windows. And yeah, you can see that I've placed them there where, well, we basically have space, right? So here in between the storage and the furnace spots, I've placed one of those windows. And this is very simple. Just break one of the logs, the planks, I'm sorry, and place down, well, a simple trapdoor, just like that. And one here on that side of the furnace place, and here in between the plant and the storage, here next to the bed, because it's very nice to have a window next to well, where you are sleeping simply, and here on the spot where the table is. And then I've added 1 or 2 here in the roof, up there, well, basically because we can. And also, well, here the placement is also important from the outside, obviously. Here just, well, offset from the furnace, offset from the chimney again, and here next to the chimney again. Symmetry, not that important. It looks better if you don't use a very symmetric placement here. And the outside of that window is very, very simply done by, well, having the stairs curve around, just like that, on both sides. And here on top, oh, now I broke it. Again, here on top, we just place down a oak slab. Yeah, then add a little window here on top of the door and a few hanging lanterns from the ceiling. And if you care for it, you can put down a stripped log here across the ceiling, just so that it breaks up the whole plank situation here on the roof. And here on the inside, I also placed down all of the stair blocks, just to make the shape also nice from the inside, right? Another thing that you can do, but this is definitely optional, is rearrange all your outside decorations, like the bushes and everything, once you place down the windows, because, well, maybe you have done something like that. And, well, now there are leaves where you want to have a window, yeah. Just rearrange it and you will get a very nice result in the end. Yeah, so this is basically it. 5 steps to improve your very, very simple starter house. Starting with one of the most basic rectangular shapes that you can get and ending with something very cozy, still very simple, but just inviting like that. I hope you have enjoyed this little 5-step guide on how to improve your starter house. If you have, please leave a like on the video, and if you want to see more like that in the future, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell. As always, thank you very, very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.